How you doing, family? Once again, it's your boy Z back with another video, and I want to just do another Street Fighter 6 theory. And hope for those who've been watching, enjoying my other videos on it. I've already done the character Lily. I've talked about Kimberly already, but now I want to talk about this Marisa character because I'm making a connection and I'm putting two and two together, and I think this character is gonna basically be the female Sagat. Um, if you look at her build and her stance, she's definitely a Muay Thai fighter. This is a character I think they're gonna basically replace Sagat with because I believe Sagat is basically retired at this point. If you and of course I make these theories based on the timeline of Street Fighter as a whole. And then I've recently looked at every character's ending, well most of these characters' endings, especially Adon and Sagat. And if you look at the storyline between those two, Adon turned on Sagat. He hated him for losing to Ryu. He thought Adon thought that losing to Ryu made Sagat weak. Adon longed to be the Grand Master in Muay Thai. He wanted to master Sagat's. He wanted to beat Sagat so he could be the new master. He didn't want to he wanted no longer be on the Sagat anymore. He thought that he should be the greatest world hero in his art. So in Adon Street Fighter 4 ending, he battled Sagat and won it. And Adon was looking to train and have a student just like he was under Sagat. So I came up with the theory that Marisa here is Adon's student. I think Adon's going to make a return in Street Fighter 6. And of course, he's going to be a lot older and a little bit more mature. But I believe that's his student. Because her stance, I believe she's going to have a Muay Thai like kickboxing like because basically Luke is the kickboxer. We all see that, but she's more Muay Thai. But if in the direction they're going, remember, Sagat, like most of the other Shadow Luke characters, they did not appear in none of the Street Fighter series. And the timeline is going far beyond Street Fighter 3. So and like I said in other videos, I think Street Fighter 6 is gonna be based on characters that was in the Street Fighter 3 timeline, just basically in the future. So yeah, I believe Adon now has a student. And if you notice Adon in most of these video games, he always did have red hair. Yeah, Crimson Viper was the only character to have red hair. It was actually Adon. For those who are my age or a little younger, or for those that can remember going to the arcades and playing the Street Fighter Alpha series, Alpha 1, 2, and 3, and if you had, especially if you had it for the PS1, then you know this is that Adon always had red hair, and Marisa has red hair. Now everybody roasts her on the fact that her head looks like Magneto, it's shaped like Magneto, but again she has red hair, which tells me that she's a disciple. This is somebody that Adon has been training. Adon has fully mastered his art. She's going to basically be Adon with a projectile. They're going to give her a Sagat like projectile. It won't be as of course it won't be as it won't be like his tiger shot. She won't have the tiger cannon, but she's gonna have something similar to that. It's gonna be like when Remy took on the Sonic Boom from Guile and Charlie. I believe she's gonna have the ability to launch multiple projectiles. Either she's gonna do it, I think she's gonna do it through her fist or knees, because they're not gonna have her like Jury. Jury uses projectiles through her legs. She's not gonna play like Jury. Jury has almost a similar art like this, but different. Jury has a different style. She's gonna be like more like Sagat, more defense, but she's gonna have an aerial attack like Adon. Yeah, she's basically she bases Adon's version of Sagat. She's built like Sagat. If y'all look at her character model and leaks, it's just like Sagat. And this is my theory about Sagat. I believe Sagat is basically retired anyway. Like Sagat does not have a reason to come back in the tournament no more. I think he's done. And remember, man, Sagat's an older man now. He's much older at this point. I think Sagat should be in his 50s. Like him, Balrog, and Vega are like, they're older now. They're now in between late 40s, like early 50s. And Adon was a little younger, of course, a lot younger than Sagat. Now I think Adon gonna be at least about like 41, 42. But Sagat's gonna be in like his 50s, like mid to late 50s. Like he's an old man. And Sagat is at peace. Anyway, like Sagat really doesn't have a reason to even come back. I'm just gonna be honest. He's an old man now. Like he's at peace. Him facing Ryu in a rematch, that kind of changed him. Sagat now has a better understanding of what his purpose was and what he set out to do. He like, I'll be honest, man. He really don't want to. He had no intention of staying with Bison or Shadowloo. He was only with Shadowloo for a little bit. I think out of all the Shadowloo characters, he was the first one to leave. Then it was Birdie. Then it was Vega. Well, Vega kind of been a wild card anyway. Then Balrog. I think Balrog was like the last one. No, Fang. Fang was like the last one remaining. But Balrog left. They all left. They disbanded anyway. Like, but Sagat, according to the Street Fighter 5 ending, he's at peace with himself. So I don't think we're gonna be seeing Sagat. I mean, there's a possibility, a chance he probably will be in a storyline. If it has something to do with Marisa, like Sagat, you probably see him make a cameo appearance, but I don't think he's gonna be playable. At least not in the first 3 seasons of Street Fighter 6. I think they're gonna leave Sagat out. Yeah, she's basically gonna replace Sagat. And to me, honestly, man, I think we've seen enough of Sagat for a while anyway. No, I don't see Sagat returning, but Adon, I think Adon is gonna get back in rotation. Because Adon is now gonna play the role of Sagat. Where he's gonna be like he's gonna be in the game. Now Adon won't be in the if he's a DLC, they'll probably have Adon in the nostalgic DLC. He'll probably be the second wave of alpha characters they add in there. Because last in Street Fighter 5 they added Dan, of course. You had Karen and Birdie already in the game, but they added Rose. And of course Sakura is in every game, but yeah, that was the first, that was like Street Fighter Alpha. And Charlie or his Shadow version returned. But I think this one is gonna be Adon. And I already told you about T-Hawk. I think T-Hawk's definitely returning. Because Lily is from his tribe, the Thunderfoot tribe. That Bison once took over and destroyed or ran through. I believe Lily is his daughter, and you're gonna see T-Hawk down the line. He's gonna be in part of Lily's storyline, but as far as DLC, I think him, Adon, Fei Long, I'm predicting. They'll probably be in maybe season 3 or 4. They'll be in the nostalgic pack. But the first 2 season DLC is definitely gonna be based on Street Fighter 3. And I'm gonna be making a tier list, probably coming up soon, where I'm gonna predict every character. And I'm gonna be making just a DLC tier list who's gonna make it in. But yeah, I think Marisa's gonna definitely fight like Adon with but she's gonna have a projectile like Sagat. And I predict she gonna do this projectiles with one hand. Again, she's not gonna exactly do it the exact same way Sagat does it. You know, Sagat is like really fast. He fully mastered his art, but hers gonna be something similar. She's gonna be basically Adon type moves, very agile, quick, but defense with Sagat with a projectile. You know, and all that, of course, remains to be seen. But this is just my prediction. And I'll be honest, I'm gonna be using Marisa. I'm gonna be very honest. I'm gonna really lose Marisa. She's very interesting, but yeah, she's gonna be more defense. And I think she's gonna be a lot more lethal than Jury is, because her stats, her power. Yeah, she has a Sagat-like build. So I believe Adon was basically trading his own Sagat. And he found that in Marisa. She's the female Sagat. But I highly doubt Sagat's gonna be in this game. I think they're gonna let Adon get a turn. I think Sagat's finished. I don't know if they ever gonna even bring him back. I think he's done. He's had his time. Because Sagat wasn't even in the initial roster of Street Fighter 5. He was a DLC anyway. And yeah, of course he's part of the original 4 Grandmasters, but again, Shadowloo is done. Of course, storyline Shadowloo is dead. You know, Bison ain't coming back no more. He done died off. Balrog is already Balrog is already I believe Balrog will be in the game too, but you won't be able to play him either. Balrog is basically Ed's adopted son. Vega is already doing his own thing. Like there's no reason to bring Sagat back. To be honest, like I think we're gonna have another Street Fighter without Sagat. But it's just time for other characters to get in rotation. Now, who knows, man? Maybe Sagat will be added on there, but that probably be late DLC, if anything. But yeah, I think Marisa is gonna be in between Adon and Sagat. She's gonna have a Sagat like projectile, but her special ability, her moves, are gonna be a lot like Adon. Because even look at her stance. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's Muay Thai. It's a lot like his. She's pretty much gonna be what she gonna be able to do what Adon does. Like Adon don't launch projectiles. She will. So yeah, that's the video, y'all. But that's just my theory. Because if you look at the where they're going with Street Fighter 6, and I'm pretty sure everybody's already looked at the YouTube videos. You've already seen some of the leaks. And you look at where they're going, it's gonna pretty much be based on another generation. It's gonna be based on these Street Fighter veterans training up their disciples. It's all about discipleship, because they're gonna give a player what you do on 2K. My player is what you're gonna do on Street Fighter 6. They're gonna give players a chance to create their own fighters, their own warriors, and go in that tour mode. And where you'll learn from different veteran fighters like Chun-Li, Ryu, Blanca, Ken. They're gonna be throughout the game, and then they teach you their abilities. But as far as the storyline, I think characters like Lily comes from the Thunder chart. She obviously has been trained by T-Hawk, because she has T-Hawk's moves. Marisa here is built like Sagat with Adon. I believe that's Adon's student. And if you look at Kimberly has the Bushido on Ryu, the Bushido style. She has the Bushido style that Guy has, excuse me. And speaking of Ryu is already trained by Oro. That's why he has that G. Like, if you look at Ryu's outfit, that looks like Oro, because Oro is his trainer. If you look at Oro's Street Fighter 3 Third Strike ending, he's training Ryu. To me, it has nothing to do with Genkai. Genkai already been died already. And Ryu really on the order Goken. Excuse me, not Genkai, but Goken. If he really want to honor Goken, he would have done it in Street Fighter 5. No, Ryu is wearing his outfit because it's based on Oro. And I believe Oro will definitely make a return too. He was in Street Fighter 5. They're gonna have Oro for Street Fighter 6. Definitely. Yeah, but this character here, yeah, is definitely Adon's student. And you're gonna see Adon in our storyline. I think Adon will make a return probably in season 2 or I think definitely season 3 or 4. Yeah, I think it's time for him to make his return. You know, we haven't seen Adon in a while since the arcade edition of Street Fighter 4. He's gonna make a return. If they already putting DJ in the game, then like I said, T-Hawk has a strong chance. You're gonna see Fei Long. I think Adon will be part of the alpha characters they add in there, because they're definitely gonna add at least 4 more other alpha characters, and these are gonna be Street Fighter alpha characters that weren't in Street Fighter 5. Like Sodom is definitely coming back. I predict Adon here, Sodom, definitely Rolento, with another Final Fight character like Maki, for example, or something like that will come make a return. But that's what I'm believing. They're gonna have they're always gonna have at least a few Final Fight characters, but Sodom and Rolento definitely coming back. Adon's gonna come back. And like I said, I think Sean's gonna come back too. But I think most of the Street Fighter 3 characters definitely coming back. But Adon's gonna represent the alpha characters. I think they're gonna bring back. I doubt you're gonna see characters like Dan and Rose and Karen and Birdie. I think they're gonna cycle those out. But like I said, I'll explain more about that in my tier list. But my theory is Marisa is gonna have something to do with Adon. I think she's trained by Adon. She has the red hair like he does. She's built like Sagat, but again, I believe she's Adon's student. Adon's been training her. He's took his time with her. And remember, Adon wants to be a grandmaster anyway. Adon wants to train a disciple worthy of his skills. And I believe he found that through Marisa and has been gearing him up for this tournament, this up-and-coming tournament. So he can prove that he is truly the best at what he does in his art. And he wants to basically surpass Sagat. And if Sagat does make a return, it'll just be through storyline. I don't really see him being a playable character like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, though, it's Sagat. And of course, he's original. And people love him. You know, he always has a place, but like, it's just too many other characters that have not made a return that we need to see. And the only way I do another way I do think I see Sagat returning is when they make a special edition of Street Fighter 6, which they're gonna probably do. So on the next gen console, like they make an anniversary edition, or do what they did for Street Fighter 4, make a champion edition or arcade edition. Yeah, Sagat will probably come back. But until then, I don't, like as far as like the base roster though, Sagat, yeah, we ain't gonna see him no more. That's it. He's done. And honestly, I believe he's retired. He's one of the characters they retired. Like Guy, I believe they retired Guy because Kimberly plays and fights just like Guy does, except she uses a spray cans, but her style is just like Guy, which tells me they're probably retired Guy. And if Guy does come back, it's because that's her trainer. Same thing with Adon. I think Adon's in a storyline, but Sagat is not going to be around there no more because he doesn't have a reason. And that JP character, that might be ties to Bison, but Bison won't be in the game. And AKE or Aki, that's Fang's or Fung's student, but Fung's not going to be in the game. Now for creative character parts that they're going to use, yeah, you gonna see Sagat on there. Is attire and all that. They'll allow you to create a custom Sagat, but he physically won't be in the game. You have to create him, but I'm pretty sure, man, it's gonna be a lot of people creating a lot of nostalgic characters. I know I'm gonna create characters. If I do get the game, when I do, I'm gonna create a character they haven't added in there. Like I believe Sean's gonna already be in there. If they don't create Sean, I'm gonna create Sean and showcase it. But yeah. But that's the video, y'all. I think Marissa is going to definitely be Adon's student. Without a doubt. She got red hair like he does. Her stance, I predict is going to be Muay Thai because she's wearing an outfit. For those that watch UFC or watch like a lot of different like tournament events that includes Muay Thai in it, with that art in particular, they're wearing this type of garments, this type of G. Be wearing this attire. So yeah, she's Adon's students, definitely. But they're gonna give her a projectile like Sagat does. Deepest projectile Sagat, but everything else is Adon. Her execution, her combos, movesets is gonna be a lot like Adon, but different. Because the thing about Adon's more aerial. Like Sagat is like ground and defense. Adon's a lot more aggressive. Like how Adon fights. If you look at all of his Street Fighter moves, like his iterations, it was always like air attacks, like aerial. Come off the air. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't so much ground. The ground game was mostly Sagat. Sagat was ground and defense. Adon's a lot more offensive. You know, dodging out the way offense. Kick you. He's like a hit and run character. He'll kick you, dodge out the way. You know what I'm saying? His tiger kick or whatever. His Jaeger kick. Jaeger flip, yeah, that's all air attack. Because I mean I was playing with my homie Felix. Going back and forth when I had the collector edition, and I used Adon. And actually executed, yeah. Adon's he's a lot more offensive. He's like a hit and run. He dodge you. He's definitely a footsie character. Marisa, you're gonna see a lot of footsies with her. But again, it's defense. Whereas Sagat is ground, Adon was a lot air attack. So she's gonna be a mixture. Very rounded character. I believe she's gonna be very strong. And I predict she's gonna at least be an A or S, without a doubt. And who knows, she might just be a boss, another grandmaster. Like, cause the way she's built, man, she's built like a boss character. Like, I'm just telling you, like, she's next level. But then seeing her means that Adon's gonna be in the game. And seeing Lily means that they're gonna have T-Hawk, and like I said, T-Hawk and Julie is gonna come back as Juliana. Go watch that video, y'all. Go watch the video I did on Lily. Because again, Lily fights exactly like T-Hawk. So again, like Street Fighter 6, like I said, is all about discipleship. A lot of these characters have been trained by former Street Fighter veterans. And Adon is definitely a veteran. And these two characters both go way back since the very first Street Fighter. Like I said, the very first Street Fighter, he's the sub boss, and then you fight him as the main boss that Ryu and Ken had to get through to win the game or that tournament during that timeline. And they both been around a very long time. That's what I'm saying. Like Sagat is pretty much like old man. He doesn't have a real reason to come back. But Adon, I believe, is like 5 to 10 years younger than him. You know, Adon was young when Sagat was training him. So Adon was a lot immature back then. But now as Adon's older, he's fully mastered his ability. But yeah, I think she's gonna definitely be a mixture. She's gonna have aerial attacks, but a little bit of defensive ground. But she gonna have aerial attacks with Sagat's projectile. Very strong, very rounded character. And I will be using her. She might be, I don't know if she's gonna be on main yet, because like the way it's looking, man, I don't know. Like I'm definitely liking Ken. And I told you about Ken in my last video I did. I think they need to make a they definitely need to make Ken into a boss. There's need to be a time when Ken turns into his violent form and just goes off. He should definitely be a boss. Him and yeah, Urian is definitely returning too. Like I said, it's definitely gonna be a siding Street Fighter, but yeah, I predict she's gonna have a mixture between Adon and Sagat. Sagat's projectiles with Adon's offense. That means aerial attack, hit you in the air, but in the also just like execution. But she's deepest. She'll got it. She's not gonna basically because she's not built like Adon. Adon has to hit and run because of stature. No, she's gonna be defense, but she's gonna be doing a lot of his kicks. Them crazy kicks he does and the air attack. Oh yeah. Marisa's gonna be dangerous. Very dangerous. You're gonna see a lot of people like using her. Definitely. Anyways, y'all, that's the video, man. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section. I thank you for watching. And thank you for tuning in and subscribing. And like I always say,